Didn't.
Oh,
You hit the mic and everybody heard it. Just
sorry,
kidding.
guys.
Just kidding. We're back. Forever and then some.
Episode.
Episode 19. Almost one away from 20. Almost one away from 20. Literally.
One away.
One away from 20. My back hurts today. I don't know why, but I'm already uncomfortable. Usually it sets in around an hour when we're doing it here. It's already here, so
My back's hurting because of the baby.
Yeah, that's
Today, sitting like that.
Yep. So
That's why.
this week we decided to do something that we've been talking about doing for a while, and it was go to church.
Yeah.
And we did, and we do not regret.
No.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Good friend of mine. Good friend of mine plays music in the church and has been trying to tell us to go to his church for a long time. And I don't know. Religion has never been my biggest thing in the world, but I've been opening up and like trying to have my own relationship with it as of recent. And I said, you know what? I think church is going to be the right move.
Yeah.
We need some good energy. We've been praying. I've never in life have like made it a point to like pray. Been doing it lately. It makes you feel good. Makes me feel good. It feels like it's working. It's more of a yeah.
I mean, it is, but I mean, it's not working. Like, I don't think it'll take you a minute to like get into like how, I guess everything not works, but like what it is to have like God in your life, that presence.
I've always felt like I had like my own relationship with it, but I never like embraced it or like tried to find a church that I enjoyed or anything like that. But I always wore like a cross, and my mother's always been super Christian about herself. She don't go to church or nothing like that.
Right.
But yeah, so we went to church today, Tomoka. I can't remember the full name of the church, but it was beautiful.
I thought it was just Tomoka Church.
Yeah, I think so. It's in Ormond.
Yeah.
Music was beautiful. Pastor was awesome.
Yeah.
It's non-denominational, so it's like, is that how you say it?
Yeah.
So it's not, I don't know.
Yeah, I grew up Baptist. You grew up Catholic.
Yeah, barely though, yes.
Yeah, and I don't really, nothing against anybody that's Baptist. It's just not the vibe to me. I felt like it was a very judgy.
Right.
This is the way you worship God. And I know like the only way to get to God is through Jesus and, you know.
Yeah.
But like, I just don't like it. It's like they use certain scriptures to like try to like, I don't know, chokehold you almost like into a certain scenario or the way you're supposed to live. And like,
I'm so new to it that I have no idea.
Yeah.
But it's like some churches are more like, I don't know. They like shove it down your throat a little bit.
Yeah, and it's like they use certain, like I said, they
like
kind of actually what he said today, like they pick and choose what scriptures they want to choose from and what stuff, and like that's what they're pushing, and they ignore other parts of the Bible,
right,
and it's just like this is the way we walk in Jesus, and this is the way you're gonna walk in Jesus if you're here,
right?
And I don't know,
and that's not like the true way of, I don't know. I'm still, like, the book that they talked about, the one book that the guy read in prison, that was like a Bible, basically, but like it's like a GPS or something like that. It made me want to look that book up. Because I've literally never read the Bible.
Yeah.
I've never got into it, like, I never did any of that stuff, so it makes me want to, like, find the audio version and listen to it.
Yeah, the Bible, they have an audio version of the Bible.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure they do. It's probably the first thing that was loaded on Audible.
Yeah. I haven't owned a Bible in probably, like, I don't know, Mariah's about to be 13, so 14, 15 years. Owned a Bible of my own.
You haven't?
I haven't owned one of my own for about that long, 14, 15 years, and actually picked it up and read anything out of it. And probably just as long.
That's kind of something I want to do because I feel like now that if we're going to go to church and I'm like embracing it, I want to know more, kind of. Like, the things he's talking about, I have no idea.
Right.
I'm lost. I just take the stories in and like the preaching in the way I understand. Obviously, you understand it, but it's like I want a better understanding on the book.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we've been doing that. That's been a positive thing in our life.
I know it makes me feel better when I am in like a communication with God and prayer.
Right.
I just feel better. I feel like, no matter what, it's going to be okay.
Right. I think I always just kind of like looked at it the wrong way, or I don't know.
You look at it in the way a lot of people look at it, and that's why they don't find God because of it. Because people feel like some people look at it like it's a cult type thing. Almost like
religion in itself gives that vibe to me, and that's why it always deterred me away. But really, like, I feel like on my own, I kind of at the beginning of the week was like just praying to myself.
Yeah.
And it was the first time I was having like a hard time.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I cried when you sent me that text.
I'm sure you did. But I like made it a point to like pray on what I felt like I was missing in myself.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a day later. You pray. I woke up. I went to work and I prayed because I wasn't having a great day. And then the next morning you sent me prayers to like start your day. So I listened to them and I did them myself. And then like halfway through that day, I was like, I don't know, I was just like in the mode of like creating ideas and stuff for the content and the music. And I've been really like coming back into releasing music again, right? I'm trying to change all the things that always deterred me away from staying consistent in it. Right. I'm trying to like find out what was wrong with the way I was doing things and the way I was thinking of things, and really just like love what I'm doing and love it and nurture it and grow it without overly stressing myself. The first week, all I did was pay attention to the numbers.
Right.
How many views it was getting right away, whether it was being pushed further or not, blah, 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 all the bullshit.
Right.
All the stuff that I'm telling myself that doesn't matter, and I'm saying, I turn around and I'm only focusing on that.
Right.
So I prayed about it, and I sat there one day and kind of like, yesterday was a hard day. Today, try and actually follow what you're saying you're going to do.
Right.
Don't worry about the numbers. Show up, work hard, keep chasing it, keep your goals and your vision. Like, put your blinders up. And in the beginning of the day and through the day before, when I was having a rough time about it, I kind of just prayed for like the strength and the guidance that I needed to like see things the right way.
Clearly, yeah.
And then halfway through that second day, not thinking about it, it's not in the back of my mind, I'm kind of just trying to instill a different way of looking at it.
Right.
And like enjoy the journey.
Right.
And it like, I don't know, I was sitting in my car, break, and I'm having all these like creative thoughts, and the energy about it's super good. And I'm like, I haven't been stressed out or pissed off about it at all this week. And I've been praying every day.
Right.
I've been like, it's like I'm not praying for something physical. I'm
right.
praying for help in me.
Right. And that's the thing is like you get so hard on yourself. You're praying for him to like lift like the mental like pressures off yourself.
And help me realize that it's not all about that stuff.
Right.
You're telling yourself when you got back into it, it's not about being the biggest, and it's not about the numbers. It's about the journey and growing this community that is around your music. And so, yeah, I just needed some kind of guidance to keep my like mindset right. And it like clicked within 2 days, was like, wow, there it is. And all I could do was like just be thankful.
Right.
Like, thank you. Like it clicked in my mind, and it just, I don't know, I was like overwhelmingly happy, and was like, this is exactly the type of like guidance and conversation with like about religion that I needed.
Right.
I don't know. So it's been super positive. I'm not going to lie. Even this week I had like negative shit happening to me at work. Stuff that in any other week, if I was overwhelmed or not in a great mood, would like ruin me.
Right.
But this week is like, I feel super positive. I feel like I'm enjoying the journey of the things that I'm trying to, like, my goals.
Yeah.
And also just like remembering to be thankful for everything else.
Right.
So you're not like because at the end of the day, life is beautiful.
Right.
What am I complaining about? I feel trumped by the music thing.
Right.
I have to change that because I'm just going to give that energy out, and that's not how it's supposed to be. I want to create something happy and positive for people with my music. So how am I supposed to do that if I'm feeling crappy?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And like, that's the thing, like me as your wife can hear and listen and be there for you. But like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I don't want anybody to be like, ugh. But like, so God can heal you, you know, mentally, physically, he can heal you. But like, that's the things like by praying to him and letting him know the things that are weighing on you, whether it's your anxiety or stress or everything like that, and you giving it to him is what is making you be able to like take those steps and deal with things and process it. And it's amazing. And like, and the thing is even like, hopefully not, God forbid, but even if next week it's an awful week,
right,
and you like feel the worst that you've ever felt in like, 10 years, but as long as you keep praying through it,
right,
2 weeks from now you could have the best 6 years of your life that you've ever had.
Right.
You got like you're going to go through ups and downs with God, without God, but with God, even when it doesn't feel like he's there,
it's like
it's knowing that like
you're not alone.
You're not alone, and that even at this hardest part with him, you're not as dark as it could ever be.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and all that is kind of what like click it. I don't know. I always fought it.
Yeah.
I always I had a little bit of traumatic stuff happen to me when I was younger, and not in the best environment maybe when I was little, and I feel like I always kind of like snarled at it, like,
right.
Why, if there's God, then why would someone have to go through these types of things?
Right.
Or like, oh, you use God to feel like that's what makes your life better. Psh.
Right.
But it just took some opening. Like it felt, I don't know, it just felt crazy.
Yeah.
It felt so like, I don't know. It's insane. I don't want to sit here and talk about God the whole entire podcast. Just letting you guys know that we are working on a relationship with the big guy and trying to go to church and just be like better for each other.
Yeah, for each other, our kids,
Yeah, and it was, it's been a little bit eye-opening for me. It's nice. Feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what else feels kind of good? Knowing that NSYNC was in the same room with each other this week.
Like as a collective group?
As a collective group.
Yeah.
And if you guys didn't know, man, hey, I'm a big NSYNC guy.
Yeah.
NSYNC was my shiz.
Dirty pop.
I literally got my child of 1 year and 1 month almost to say ba 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 ba, and it is amazing. So apparently, I don't know if it's like an actual announcement. I probably should have done research, but what do? We sit down and do this podcast, and I come up with topics right off the top of my head, and that's what we talk about, girl. If they go on tour, how unaffordable do you think it's going to be?
So unaffordable. I think they're going to laugh at the fact that people thought Taylor Swift tickets were expensive. You thought that was bad? Watch this.
If the fucking best pop group to ever be together ever, NSYNC, goes on tour, man. Oh, man, I don't know.
I'm going to look at you in your eyes just like I looked at Mariah in her eyes and say,
oh, no.
I love you, baby. I want to be able to take you, and I want you to have the time of your life. But no.
I can't do it.
Can't do it.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Their nosebleeds are going to be like $800.
Pretty sure we spent like over $100 a ticket when we saw them when I was a kid, so...
if that was the case back then, they were over $100 for tickets for nosebleeds.
My parents could only get nosebleeds.
That's insane.
Yeah, kind of crazy.
I don't know. My mom kind of agreed to buy me and Brittany tickets before she knew the price, but she kind of agreed.
Oh yeah. Well, you guys were supposed to see them, and then they broke up.
Yeah, it was their last tour, and my dad was like, "Listen, all they have." I remember him. It's so weird too. Like thinking about it, I had to ask them, or if this is just something in my head that I've made up, because apparently I've done that before. I make up stories, but I believe they're real from when I was little. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think they're fibbing to me, and these stories happened. But I feel like he was at a payphone, and we were sitting in the car, and he got out on the payphone to call like a ticket
To
type.
see him a Ticketmaster or something.
I
like
guess back in them old days, and he was there and he was calling to see how much the tickets, or not how much the tickets were, but what seats were available. And he was like, all right, da-da-da. And me and Brittany, I feel like we were sitting outside the car on the hood, and my mom's sitting there with us. And he comes over, and we're like,
that. And he's like, there.
he goes, listen, all they have is nosebleed seats like available. And we're like,
What does that even
what does that mean? And he's just like, you're not going to be able to see them. They're going to look like little tiny things on top of a stage.
Yep.
And we were like, and
he was the Jumbotron the whole time.
Yeah, he was like, or you want to go to that? We'll go to that. No problem. Or next time they tour, I'll do it ahead of time and I'll pay attention and we'll get you really good seats. Mm-hmm. So me and Brittany were like,
we'll wait for the next
we'll wait till the next one. Yeah, we want the best seats.
Which is crazy. Kids usually decide the stupid decision, which would have been, I'm going now.
No, my dad know how to make things sound good. So who knows if I don't know if he just,
he was trying. Yeah.
Not wanting us to know that he didn't have the money for it. Who knows? And just like, oh, next year, this.
And that was their last album together.
It was their last album together, and
so
they announced it after.
That was the dirty pop era.
And I remember me and Brittany were like, no, it's that next year.
Now Justin Timberlake just goes solo. He's crying about, what's the one song he did when he first
about
came
Britney Spears?
What was like
Cry Me a River.
Was Cry Me the River, was that the first big single after
Yes.
NSYNC?
I remember that came out and I was like,
Cry Me a River.
I remember the music video, him like standing in front of like a fake window with the rain coming down.
Timberlake.
Or something like that. Yeah.
Timberland making the beat. Yeah, I was officially into rap by that time, so I didn't care anymore. But I saw them on the
Jumbotron.
Yeah, they were tiny. There's pictures of them. We have pictures of it. But we went for the No Strings Attached tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy. I used to slick my hair back when I was younger because my parents wouldn't let me get cornrows. So I thought the equivalent of what I could do was like slick my hair back like a greaser, and I would just pretend like my hairs were pulled back in cornrows. Yeah,
that's funny that there's a story that your parents didn't let you do something, because it sounds like almost anything that you wanted to do as far as dressing or listening, they pretty much let you do whatever.
Yeah, like
they probably just couldn't find somebody that could braid your hair in cornrows, to be honest with you.
Or they didn't want me to grow my hair out.
Maybe
long enough to do cornrows. Which is even funnier because a year later, I'm like obsessed with Lil Wayne and Cash Money, and they're buying me fake jewelry off of blingbling.com. I had a fake Cash Money chain. With like gigantic diamonds. Me and my best friend Matt Johnson, which said he might be here in February. Maybe I'll have him on the pod. Me and him found out about blingbling.com and bought so much fake rapper jewelry and would play cops and robbers.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And we'd just be huge baggy clothes. And one of us would be a cop and one of us would be the one with the chains on running away. I'm telling you. Pretty cringy activity.
Yeah.
But that hip-hop's always been in me.
It's always been in you.
I was from the streets of the suburbs at that time.
New York.
New York. The upstate New York, not the city of New York. But yeah, used to have fake diamond, and the diamonds and those things fell out real easy.
I'm sure.
They were diamondless by the time we were done with them.
Oh, yeah.
They weren't plastic, though. They were but they were turning our necks green for sure.
Oh, hell yeah. I remember those kids always had the spinner.
Oh, yeah, that was the next generation. Big old spinner wheel. That was a big thing.
Yeah. Can I spin your wheel?
Did you do that?
Yeah.
Oh my god. You fell for it?
I didn't fall for it.
That's crazy.
I just wanted to spin it and watch it go. Exactly. Okay. That's stupid now. You can go away.
Right. That was more like the cell phone on your chain era, too. Like, people would put their flip phones on the end of their chains and shit and their lanyards, yeah. That
I don't
wasn't
remember
my time.
chains, but I remember lanyards.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was lanyards, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. So yeah, when this comes out, we'll be 2 days away from week 3 of me releasing music.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, been staying on it. 2 songs are out right now. A third one will be out.
He put out some really cool videos, y'all.
I've been working on the content, bro, and she's been helping me film it. She's been my little filmer helper. I don't know if she'll be helping this week. I guess we could probably when you get back.
Maybe fit 1 or 2 in.
Yeah. This week, though, the song literally talks about being like in a room alone. Like that.
Well,
so
then, yeah.
I'm going to film most of it in here. But I was thinking about filming some content of me like opening the door, coming out and saying stuff, and then leaving back in the door.
Yeah,
something
cool.
like that. I don't know. I also got a way to like hook the mic up to my computer where I don't need the interface. This is all gibberish. So we can literally take my laptop out and do like the...
Yeah.
That
one's not gibberish to me. I understand that.
Okay, the talk up type videos, because I've been doing a lot of I did a lot of them for this last video, or last song. I'm going to keep trying different hooks and ideas for content. So I've been loving the content. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to get in the favor of the algorithm.
Yeah.
It takes time.
And then I'm thinking about maybe if we have time today, I really want to. I want to start doing like cooking videos for the weekend stay-at-home mom.
Yeah,
get the concept. I work Monday through Friday. I don't get to do stay at home like nightly meals for my family, but on the weekends I do get to cook more, and like just with like being able to cook a really nice meal from scratch, but also not needing. I mean, I'll have some fresh herbs and stuff like that, but like just being able to use like dried herbs and stuff like that. Just I don't know.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about like trying to do vlogs.
Yeah,
because we have the camera. We love that kind of stuff.
I'm gonna do a cottage pie, which is a shepherd's pie, except it's not lamb meat, so it's with ground beef. So it would be cottage pie. Anything that's not with lamb is a cottage pie, and shepherd's pie is
good.
Clearly,
we were supposed to make it last night, but that turned into a wing night.
Yeah, we went over to his mom's, and I was gonna do it last night, but maybe if I can fit that in today, we'll do that and upload that. Just like easy, cool meals.
Yeah, and just hang out, like vlog style.
Yeah.
I want to do that kind of stuff anyway.
Yeah. Oh,
because like, I've been listening to a couple podcasts that are like, it's literally for independent art, like people who are independent artists.
Yeah.
And like, people, the brand is called brand. He's like, their name is Brand Man, so it's like branding yourself. Mm-hmm. And like, I'm trying to like think of, because I'm a dad, like in life, I'm a dad, I'm a husband, and I like want that to be my brand because that's me.
Right.
So doing like this is a part of the brand of me, and then doing vlogs with the family, I feel like could be another thing.
Yeah.
And it's like my brand basically, like Nick D, the dude I always am looking to for information with like independent being an artist.
Right.
His whole thing is he's a dad, he's a husband, and it's not like cheesy. That's the thing. It's like it's just you being genuine. And I'm like, well, I'm sitting here trying to think like, what's my brand? And I was like, well, what am I?
Right.
And like there's a cool way to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like without being like.
Right. That's why I was thinking like if we could have like a family type like brand and then individuals that tag on to that. So like it's like this, and then you have the music that also intertwines with this.
It all like it like creating. I want to like create a little universe. Yeah. Like our own little world.
Yeah.
So eventually, I would love to do like vlogs. I would love to like fit music type stuff and family type stuff in the vlogs, and it's like just showing the week or showing that day or whatever. So yeah, we might try and start shooting our own little stuff. But
the plan is definitely for me to do that one tonight.
What, the food thing? Yeah, I'm down. You talking about for like you want to use it for social media?
Whatever you need to use it for. I don't think it'd be our first like vlog. I think it's going to be more or less like testing. I don't know. I have an ideal in my head. Like, it starts off with like, Cooking with the Hefners or something, or cooking, you know what I mean?
So you want it to be like its own little cooking show.
Kind of, but just like, or call it like the weekend stay-at-home mom. Things that, moms that throughout the work week don't get to do and able to fit it in your weekend.
Right.
These little meals. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll think about it. But I'm down to film it.
Yeah.
Test stuff, fuck around.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So yeah, I've been thinking about that too. Like just stuff to we want all these little hustles to be
combined
our thing.
Yeah.
Music, photography, podcast, grow them all.
Yeah.
Blow them all up. Quit our jobs. You work?
That's the main one. We were talking today how like I love my job. I love the company I work for. At the same time, I'm getting tired of it.
You've been there a long time.
Really long time, and I feel like I want to grow further in the company, but at the same time I have other needs in my personal life. So if we could make, and I think we can do more than that, like we're just in our first year of photography.
Yeah.
And
we've made good money.
Decent money, but we would consistently need to at least make at the least end, and I feel like we have 2 weddings in October. So from those 2 weddings, I feel like we could probably get at least 4 weddings next year, or at least one. So we're doing an extra one a year, right? So with that alone, I feel like I could go to a office job,
right?
Make 5,000 to 7,000 less than I make now, but be making it up in photography, right. And I'm at home
so we're not
by 5 o'clock. It's only Monday through Friday, so therefore, if I needed to do a shoot throughout the week, that's the only time they can do it throughout the week. They work weekends. That's perfect time for lighting. I'm getting off just in time. Right. And then the weekends also for weddings and stuff. It just opens it up more to be able to grow that business and spend more time with our family.
Yeah.
And really have that family time. So that's my goal. Like if next year, if we can, for the wedding season, at least get 3 weddings.
Yeah.
Hopefully 4. If we have 4, that's enough that year for me to say, okay, I'm not going to do it that year, but that's enough for me to say, okay, we made enough money for me to take that off and be able to go find one of these office jobs where I make 5,000 to 6,000 less a year.
Right.
And then I can, continue to grow photography because I can do more shoots, and I don't know. That's my game plan of now. I'm also having like my work. I'm kind of trying to grow and get into that business further and make money with them. And then I have my backup plan. Well, now my backup plan, what I guess would be growing with them. What I want
your main thing
is photography to grow. So right. I can go to another 40-hour job, because right now my job realistically is like 45 hours a week to next week I'm working like 53.
Right. There's not a lot of free time in that.
No.
And it's all like the times where the kids are home.
Yeah. And honestly, at that job where I am right now, my boss feels like I should be doing more. And I'm like,
I don't know how.
I do a lot.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Goals. We talked a lot about them last time. Just got to keep pushing for it. Keep working at it. Fun stuff. You want to hear something crazy I heard on a podcast? This is a completely different subject. Disney. So have you ever noticed that like a Disney show will go like a few seasons and then they'll like add some new thing into that show and it's got like a tag onto its name? Like Zach and Cody went for like 3 seasons and then there was Zach and Cody in Cali.
No, there was Zach and Cody.
Whatever it was.
The ship.
The shipwreck or whatever. Cruise ship. And then there was like...
there was Sweet Life and Zach and Cody, and then there was... I can't remember what the second one was.
Did you notice that they do that, the 3 seasons?
Yeah, because they only do 3 seasons, usually.
You know why? The actors...
I do, but I can't remember.
The actors are on contract to make like 80%... It's like 80% of some budget.
Right.
And then after 3 seasons of them being successful is when the actors can start to make more money, 100% of what they're able to make.
Okay.
But to keep them from doing that,
they'll switch it.
Disney throws in a new thing, so they're always in this like this weird 3-year span thing where they're not making as much money as they possibly can.
Right.
And in their contract, it states that they can't, I can't think of the word, but like, not rebuttal, but like renegotiate. That's the word. Renegotiate their contracts. So
Really?
So yeah, so like Sister Sister, remember that show? And then they like did 3 seasons of high school, then they went to college, and then they went to you always start to notice that, like,
right. I think I do remember hearing
Boy
that.
Meets World,
but I think they
high
changed
school,
it.
then in college, and then in
So those were considered different shows.
it says the same show, but then they're adding something onto the name and about just switching something up in the
name.
show a little bit to switch it in the name for them to not have for them to avoid paying actors the amount of money that they've worked up to be able to be paid. And then in their contract, they can't renegotiate it in their contract, or that's voiding their contract.
I think it might be 4 seasons because everything's saying 4.
Is it? So 3
Well,
or
that's
4.
what I was saying. I think it was 3, and then they moved up to 4 because I'm starting to remember when we were younger, it seemed like everything was on Disney, like, I don't know.
For like 3 seasons.
Yeah,
3,
very
4
short.
seasons. Yeah.
And then now everything I'm looking up that Mariah's kind of was growing up in, I was like, I don't know if it was older, so I was like paying attention more. It seemed like it was longer than when we had shows.
Right.
And most of them are 4 seasons, but I'm sure there's some laws or something that changed and they were able to do that. I do remember hearing something like that.
Right.
But I do know. Yeah.
The podcast I was listening to is obviously a music one, but they were like, damn.
Yeah.
Everybody says that like the music industry is evil and like that they always fuck everybody over.
Oh yeah, but they fuck kids over the most.
Disney is figure.
I mean, just think about the original cast from what movie is that with the baseball?
Sandlot.
None of them got paid, or they got paid like
super small,
like $500. And then they couldn't make royalties off of it.
Right.
Same thing with the Little Rascals. It might be just the Little Rascals.
That's what
Little Rascals made no money.
I might be missing something in this too. What they were talking about, it has to do with kids.
Yeah.
Kids being paid less than their.
Yes, and that's why also parents are only allowed to touch so much of the money that they're making. There's a law now that parents, they used to be able to take all the money. There's a law where parents only get so much of their proceeds, and they're not ever allowed to touch the royalties, I believe. Like, even you start getting royalties right away with certain things. I think
this whole thing is to stop kids from getting royalties. Like, because
Disney Channel, I think they get royalties from Disney Channel.
Did you see that thing on TikTok where it was?
Because I'm pretty sure Miley Cyrus talks about getting her.
She never got royalties, or did she?
She did. I'm saying Disney Channel kids, I believe, get royalties from their things.
Well, the kid from Drake and Josh talked about
Nickelodeon.
Oh, that was Nickelodeon that did that? Oh.
Yeah. Oh. So the way they signed their contract was like, you can get so much here. Right. We'll pay you more now than what you would get this way or something. I remember hearing that, and it ended up, they screwed them over.
Yeah, Drake and Josh was Nickelodeon?
Yeah.
Yeah, so because they talked about
Drake is a freaking weirdo.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
But one of the side characters that was on Drake and Josh, not very much, makes money from the shows
Royalties,
to this day.
Yeah.
But the main character, the kid that was big and lost all the weight, doesn't make any money.
No, neither one of them do.
Yeah.
Drake or Josh.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Don't get out here, dude. Don't sign a contract with Nickelodeon, damn. Don't ever do it.
Well, it wasn't just Nickelodeon. It depends on who's working on that set and who's doing what. But yeah, good lawyers to have, I guess. As a kid, you don't know what's going on. Your parents probably don't know what's going on. They're just like, yeah.
They're children actors. They're like looking for their break.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Lawyer up, Russ.
Yeah.
We're learning.
But you don't ever know. I mean, before they got that show, they had somewhat fame a little bit.
Drake and Josh did?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, they were on all that.
Drake and Josh were on all that?
Yes.
I didn't know. Oh, yeah, were they?
No, they were on the Amanda Bynes show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
that's what it was.
Were
they on all that for a little bit, too?
I don't know.
One of them may have been.
I know all that had Keenan and Kel in it.
Yeah, but and it had that one girl in it.
Meh. That's Amanda.
Yeah.
The big girl that you're talking about?
Yeah.
I saw a meme the other day with that girl.
She
and it was
didn't.
like,
She doesn't get
you
that.
were the star of so many
Yeah.
things and made us so happy, and nobody even talks about you that much.
For real.
Everybody talks about Keenan and Cal. And we never talk about what's her name. I don't even know her name. Can I have your water? Are you drinking it? I know it's from like 3 episodes ago.
So that's why I wasn't drinking it.
Really? I'm not afraid. I'm thirsty. Man. I started indulging. But yeah, I thought that was insane. I was like, damn, dude, big companies always find a way to screw over the little guy or whoever is working, actually doing the work.
Yeah, the Amanda Bynes show they were on.
Drake and Josh were?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I wonder if they probably never see money from that. If they don't see money from their own show, imagine how much money they see from that.
They might. You never know. He just doesn't get it from that. Dang, they had a lot of Drake and Josh different. He was in Snow Day. I forgot he was in Snow Day.
The bigger one? The one that lost all the weight? I can't think of his name.
Josh.
Is this his real name in real life?
I think so.
Josh Bell? Is that his name?
Josh Parker.
Josh Parker.
No. Where's his name?
No, I don't know celebrities like that unless they're in rap.
Drake
in
Bell
metal.
and Josh. Where's his name? I just keep seeing his first name. It's like Parker or Pack or something like that.
Yeah, Pack, maybe. Pack, maybe.
Pack.
Pac-Man. Hey. I got really close this week, guys, to getting us to using the camera.
Yeah, there's no way I'm making that out.
That number?
Yeah. I was focusing on it.
Like, there's no freaking way, dude. The world's tiniest screen.
It's 2 numbers.
You know when we first started to wanting to set up the podcast, I wanted that here so I can like man everything.
The laptop.
The computer, yeah. I'm like one long cord away from I could have it here. So maybe I should start doing that. And I can like produce it while we're sitting here.
What does that mean? Like editing it?
No, just like watching the time. You can make markers and stuff, and we don't ever take advantage of that because, well, now we don't have the keyboard because that's used for the PC.
I mean, a keyboard is what, like $20?
Yeah, we could buy another one. It's true. My back hurts so bad, guys. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it was the seat. Maybe in church. Maybe
it was holding the baby,
yeah.
for so long because she was killing my back as I was sitting there like that.
Oh, standing, holding her, like always just destroys my upper back. It makes me slunch. So then I'm like that, and then my back hurts. So when I actually try and have posture, my back's like, "Hey, buddy, that's not new. That's new. I mean,
The posture hurts.
like I feel like I do this with my back, like I'm hunched. I'm always hunched, and it makes my back hurt throughout the day. Even just sitting on like the.
So you're saying not having posture is hurting your back, not posture?
Yeah, but then when I try and like fix my posture, I'm like, oh hey, yeah, you've been slunched like this.
I think it's because your body's only because I do it somewhat too. I don't do it as bad as you. I think it's because your body's like, damn, your head's heavy.
Fuck.
I
I got such
though.
a big brain, dude. It's just...
I do. I think it's like the supporting of the head.
I know
swamp. And might have a chest, so I think it's like all that.
I sit down and do this. We all do. That's what we look at our phones. When I make beats, I sit
Did you
there.
see that
I
video?
watched
What they said people are going to look like eventually because of
Yeah.
gaming and looking at their phones and stuff, and they're going to have this weird like.
Yeah, I watched a video back of me making a beat the other day, and it was like, and I'm like, no wonder my back hurts all the time. You dum.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit. It fucking hurts all the time, dude. It sucks. You just walked on it and got a couple little pops out of it before we started, and it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
It still hurts. And I got to film so much content still today. My back's going to hurt the whole time. It's so
It's
dumb.
4:30, so we've been on this for almost an hour.
You think so?
It was
I don't think we've been
3
on.
something.
I don't think we've been on here an hour at all. I think that says 30 minutes over there. What do you think? We're talking about the time.
45.
Jesus Christ. Oh. Ooh, you heard it?
I did.
Yeah. So yeah, we when we went to church today, got to hang out with Chris and Lisa. That was pretty cool. Haven't seen them in a while. And Lisa let us into the studio. And when I hear studio, I think music studio. So I thought I was walking into a music studio. Nope. No. Photography studio.
Yeah.
So I lit up in a whole different way and got to see all these like beautiful lenses. And they got the Sony A7 IV and we have the 3. And I'm like, bro, they had 2 of them with 2 different lenses that we want. held that camera with the lens on it today and was like, she was like, look how heavy it is. And I was like, yeah, that's heavy, but can I turn it on and look at how this looks right now? She was like, yeah, just mess with it.
Yeah, you brought it over to me and I was like, I really don't want to.
Because you're going to want it. I want that lens now.
Yeah.
That thing's sick.
Yeah.
35 to 150?
Yeah.
Right? Something like that? So sick.
I don't know. Like I said, I picked it. I was like, oh, yeah, it's heavy. That's crazy. Get it away from me. I don't have the finances for this right now.
Dude, I know. We talked about it last episode. We want to get a whole nother body, too.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Maybe a Fuji.
Yeah, see, now you've been looking in the Fuji, finding out they're a little bit more affordable.
Yeah. That's because Chris said he was like, they could both come. I think he said Japan.
I guarantee a couple of these photos, probably half of the photos that are sitting out of the 4A here were shot on the Fuji. The Fuji film.
Yeah, I honestly can't tell you who. I know maybe? Chris. I mean, I know Lisa did that. Yeah. Lisa did this. Mm-hmm. But these two I don't know because I wasn't paying attention to who was shooting.
Yeah, and we weren't paying attention to that kind of stuff at the time anyway.
No, but I was just saying these are ones that we posed for, so I know who was shooting us.
Yeah, I remember when
these are down the aisle, so I have no clue.
Yeah. You're
what was going on.
Right, and we weren't even knowledgeable at the time, which is kind of funny. It was only a couple of years ago. But yeah, she's been using her. She said she's been using her Sony more than the Nikon.
Yeah,
and it was like weird going back to the Nikon. I was like, damn, see.
Yeah.
And then I started talking about Sony with Chris, and Chris is like, Fuji.
Yeah.
Get a Fuji. It's cheaper. Get a Fuji. It's better. I'm like, bro, I like the Sony. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
But at the same time, get a Fuji, babe, so we have both. And I can play with them both. Everything costs so much money, man.
Yeah, but honestly, the Fuji with the kit lens, like it was a 16 to an 80 millimeter, 85 millimeter, something like that. Yeah. 85 was like 15.
Yeah.
Ours kit lens
it's like a couple $100. Our kit lens
on our Sony was $2,000.
The body with the kit lens, yes. Yep.
So it's $500 cheaper.
Yeah.
For somewhat of the same thing, similar.
Yeah, that lens only goes up to, what did you say? 35? Oh, 80.
The Fuji, not Fiji.
Water.
Fuji is a 16 to 85.
That's a big range.
Yeah.
Dang.
That was the more like, they had one that was similar. It was less than. It was like, I don't know. I can't even remember. Oh, right here. So a 16 to 80 millimeter.
Mm-hmm. 80, not 85?
80.
Dang.
And then the one that's 1400 is, did I say 1,000? No. Yeah. Anyways, 18 to 55.
Oh, yeah. See, it ends at 55.
That's what I was saying. This one's a 16 millimeter to 18 millimeter kit lens. Yeah. And that one is, 15.
Just stuff we want to buy and we're not going to be able to afford for a little bit. You know.
I mean, I could take this money that I'm getting from this wedding coming up, but it's actually money I owed myself because I pulled out my own saving money from work and stuff to buy the Sony.
Yeah.
And
we took like 500 out of savings. Right?
Yeah. So I need to put that back. But also,
at the same time,
I will be putting it back because I'm responsible. But
investing in
it's nice to think. We almost didn't buy that camera.
Yeah, we almost left that day without the camera, and imagine that. What would I be doing right now?
Because I was literally like, I don't know. When we had the money from the weddings to buy the camera, I was like, oh, yeah, no problem. We'll do it. When it was like, you have to pull out $500 of your savings. I literally was shaking.
Yeah, but then we bought it, and you cried. Yeah. You were like, this is our first, investment with our money.
Yeah, I was super excited.
The two cameras that we had shot on prior is the one that we have right here sitting on the desk. It's a Canon. What is it?
Wait, where? What do you mean?
What number? Rebel what?
Don't make me look stupid.
Oh my gosh, Rebel what?
T6. Sorry, I couldn't make out what thing was.
So her parents got one for Christmas, or Your mom got one for her birthday or something, right? And we used that for a little bit. And then they bought us this, and we went and bought a couple of prime lenses that were super cheap.
My parents had that camera, yeah, but we didn't start using hers until we had gotten this camera. Yes, because we used them both.
We borrowed their camera and shot a couple little
for the
things
baby
on our own. Yeah.
Yeah, but we weren't thinking about photography as like a career with my mom's camera.
No, yeah, we were.
I told my dad that I wanted a camera. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought
your dad asked
because he was getting you.
if I wanted a bow. And we said no, I'm good.
I looked up how much the bow was.
If you want to buy us a camera, it's the same price.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But I'm saying like we used their camera when we were trying to learn it a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't even honestly think of that. I just thought we were having fun with their camera. But yeah, I guess that is what kind of opened it up, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what made us want our own camera.
Yeah.
Was using theirs.
You're right.
And then getting the lenses.
I totally blocked that all out.
Yeah, is when we were decided like, oh, this is fun. Yeah. All of a sudden we want to invest in it.
Yeah.
And that's what, it sparked it all. So our Sony is the first camera that we personally, did the work and were able to personally buy the camera.
Yeah.
Somebody else bought us the camera, like as it was a gift. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like we worked up and bought.
Mariah wants when we buy our next camera.
Yeah, I know. She needs to take care of it. That's all.
Yes.
She needs to be responsible about it.
Well, she can take it when she wants to go shoot and then bring it back.
Yeah. We could just hold on to it.
Loner.
Right. Use it when it makes sense.
Yeah.
You want to go out and do shoots? Sweet deal. Let's do it. All right. I got a couple random vote no's that I pulled out of my butt.
Okay. Lex, he forgot yours again, so when you're listening to this, you're not going to hear it.
How do you feel about long nose hair? Because I realized right before we went on that I have a huge long nose hair that pokes outside of my nose, and I accidentally grabbed it and pulled it, and that hurt real bad.
No.
You vote no for
long?
I vote
no.
No
Trim
long.
that thing up.
Do you trim your nose hairs?
No.
You don't have to.
No.
Should I?
Yeah.
Yes. Have I ever? No.
Yes, you have.
I've never.
You have one in the bathroom. Do you not use it?
I've never used it before. I've never trimmed
it just
my nose
came
hair.
with the whole kit.
But now I'm in my 30s, so my nose hair is starting to fucking protrude.
Look like one of those substitute teachers with all like the hair.
Yeah, he's got a forest creeping out of his nose.
Yeah.
Catching all the boogies and stuff. Oh, that was a quick vote no. You vote no on that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna. All right, so this is a weird one. This is a Tiffany thing. Blowing out candles versus just putting the lid on the candle.
Oh, I vote. So wait, what? Just blowing? Oh, you don't mean birthday candles. You mean like scented candles?
Yeah, scented candles.
I vote no.
She hates the smell of candles when they've been blown out.
It's disgusting.
That's such a strange thing to like dislike the smell of. To
stinks so bad.
It's stinky.
Put the lid on that thing and trap the smell.
Right. I vote no.
Yes.
That's 2 I vote no's. Do you vote no to overpaying for NSYNC tickets?
Yes.
Damn it. I thought you'd vote yes.
No.
I don't really care, to be honest.
I vote no to the cost of all tickets of right now.
I know. We've been trying to find a concert for Mariah to actually go to, and it's like they're all ridiculous.
Yeah.
Every artist has... I looked up a metal band's tickets, and they were like $200. I was like, you have got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
Because I just definitely saw 3 badass metal bands for like $30 recently.
Yeah.
But Mariah doesn't know too many bands that are that size.
Yeah.
She wants to watch. She wants to now.
Yeah.
You guess what it is? What's her name? Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh yeah.
Now she wants to go see her. I'm like, oh, even more, like just as expensive as Taylor Swift tickets.
Right. I don't know. Yeah, it's getting too. Everything's just getting too pricey. Like I'm just like I'm at the point where like I'm like I can't afford shit.
Yeah. Why can't we afford shit?
Nothing. Not a hot darn thing.
I mean, we waited for frickin' Little Mermaid to come on to streaming services to watch it, and that show was fire.
Yeah, it was really good.
Watch that this week.
Yeah.
Did that. We
That
haven't been
movie
like
made me
breaking
cry.
down.
We talked about it. It did make me cry, by the way.
What?
Remember, we told them we were going to watch it. It did. I don't even remember what part made me cry.
The whole thing. You were crying quick. The first song that came on. I wanna be.
Oh, that's right. When the song came on, I watched. Does everybody remember the videos that came out after all the little girls, because everybody was so mad that she was going to be played by an African American girl.
Yeah.
And I'm about to cry now. And all these moms recorded their daughters being so excited that she was black and just feeling so much joy. And the fact that anybody could be angry.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And see the happiness on those little girls' faces broke my heart.
If anybody doesn't know, Mariah is mixed, by the way. So these kind of things kind of touch our heartstrings a little bit.
Yeah.
When she like is able to feel accepted in a world where, some time ago it wasn't normal. Our baby's our baby. That shit don't matter. Color don't matter.
No.
So seeing those type of things always kind of.
Yeah, you put anybody in any situation, no matter what color they are, you put them in the same situation to a certain point. There are you know what I mean? There are definitely but any situation, somebody needing help or, most people are willing to help each other, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people, for some reason, lose sight of that and go straight to hate for some reason.
Yeah,
it's just hate, and it's just like she's a girl singing a song and she's a freaking mermaid. Let's not forget she's a mermaid.
Right, and a fictional character.
That's what I'm it's a fictional thing. I don't know.
The movie is really good.
Yeah. I don't know why people with anything.
I can't believe that was a big deal last year.
Yeah. It still is. People have not watched the movie because
that's so dumb.
Because of it, and that's where I'm I just don't understand the hate. And they're like, it's not hate, it's facts. I'm like, oh, it's facts.
Facts.
It was made in Germany or something. It's supposed to be located in Germany somewhere.
Oh,
so
yeah,
there could never. Well, then why was there an Asian mermaid in there? Okay.
There was.
Yes, her sister was Asian. They were all. I think all the sisters were different races. A lot of them.
I didn't know that. I really.
I mean, that's good. I mean, that's the.
But that shows how I look at things.
But
I don't see.
Even I feel
race when I'm looking.
No,
at
but that's the thing is when Little Mermaid. If you ever watched the show, she had sisters. All of them were different. None of them were the same. They're mermaids.
Mermaids.
That's the part that's blowing my mind more than anything. They're mermaids. It wasn't a black girl trying to play Moana. I could get that. Right. Polynesian. That's her descent is Polynesian. The Little Mermaid was a mermaid.
Yeah. Doesn't fucking matter what.
Right. It didn't matter at all.
Yeah. They just, from what you said, they changed a couple little things in that movie.
Yeah, they made Prince Eric was different for sure.
His parents, something about his parents was different, right? Or you never
saw his parents. His parents were, I think, dead probably, or
in the original,
or just didn't exist. They didn't just show any. You never see anything about his family.
Right.
He's just a prince or a king, a prince. Prince Eric, so he's still prince. So his parents must have been alive then.
Well, in the new one, his mom's alive.
Yeah, but she's the queen.
Yeah.
So it makes sense for him to see a prince because he hasn't taken over the throne yet.
Yeah.
So I guess it's they're just not in it in the cartoon.
Oh, really? See, I don't remember the cartoon that
Yeah. Oh, that was one of my favorite. That and Pocahontas.
Pocahontas?
Yeah, a little white girl played Pocahontas. That makes sense, right?
A little white girl played her?
No.
Oh, they're going to do
no,
that?
God, no.
Oh.
I'm just saying, yeah, that would make sense, right?
That would be...
Yes. Ridiculous.
The point where you're like, yeah.
Okay, that's where you're... Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Have anybody play Little Mermaid? Have anybody play a fucking troll? Have anybody play,
Dude, the thing with the seven dwarfs, they're not having them...
Little people
in those movies at all. I don't know. Why can't they just have dwarf,
that's one of the ones where I'm, not gonna even... Because I don't know. I don't know any little people, and so I don't know what... And I don't have any little people in my life, so I don't know how they feel about it, if they felt like it was insulting.
Uh-huh.
So that's where I'm I'm not gonna make an opinion, because I don't know if they found Snow White to be insulting to them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So maybe that's why they're not doing it, and if so, then that's fine. Don't have it if it's insulting to majority of that populate. Right. Right. If it's insulting to them, don't do it. But if it's just something somebody did because they were like, ooh, I'm everything doesn't have to be a problem.
Yeah.
Everything really doesn't have to be a problem.
There's so many people like come up with the most.
Yeah, like when I don't know. I'm not gonna bring it up because
I wanna be with the people.
Right. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
Yeah, I feel it. It's all touchy. Everything's touchy.
But that's the thing. I don't feel like everything needs to be touchy.
Yeah.
They should have came out with Little Mermaid, and it should have been her name's Haley, right? I think the girl that played her. They should have came out like Haley and then played her voice singing that song. Everybody should be like, "Oh, that's gonna be great! Sick. It's fantastic."
Yeah, dude. I didn't give a shit.
No, or it shouldn't have been anything. It should be like, oh wow, she's gonna make a really good mermaid. That's the only thing that I was a little like iffy about. But watching the movie, I understood why they did it the way they did it. I did not like the fact that her tail wasn't like green and her bra wasn't purple. I'm like, okay, first of all, those are facts about the Little Mermaid. Okay, her tail was green and her bra was purple.
She could be any race, as long as her purple,
and her
green.
red hair and her red hair. Yeah. And they did not have that. That kind of icked me a little bit, but whatever. It actually worked with the movie because they were trying to make it like a real more realistic. Like flounder actually looked like a flounder fish.
Yeah.
That was also like threw me off. Like Scuttle was under the water. The bird was underwater. Right. So I'm like, if you're going to have things like a bird underwater talking to a fish, why couldn't the fish look like, the movie like fish? And why couldn't she have the red hair? I don't know. There were little things that I would tweak, but it has nothing to do with anything important. Like actually, mattering. It's
all just being picky at that point.
Yeah.
And that's just because you're emotionally attached to the original.
Yeah. But it was other than that. It was. I mean, not even other than that. It was still a really good movie, and that stuff didn't bother me.
Would you say you vote yes to
Little Mermaid? Hell yeah, it was awesome.
Let's go, gang.
But I
vote yes.
Woo-woo.
Oh wait, no, we want no's, but you voted yes to that one.
Yeah. Okay. What I think I will vote no to, as far as Disney live action movies. And I'm not 100% sure because I have to look into it. But just what I've seen thus far, I don't like the girl that they're having play Snow White.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've seen some like clips and videos, and she just doesn't sound like.
You never know though.
What she should have been. She doesn't. No. I just meant as a like person.
Oh.
And the way she's talked is not something that I would like. I feel like Disney should be intertwining with. Like in this movie, right? Apparently, there is no prince anymore. It's not Snow White anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it sounds like they completely took it from and made something different. And then if so, make a different movie.
Right.
And it can be a very empowering. You don't need a prince.
Right.
But don't call it Snow White.
Yeah, just make a whole new movie.
Yeah.
Because times change, obviously, and if some of those older movies do have some things that are a little bit like upsetting to certain people or type, then just leave it alone. And if you enjoyed it when it was what it is, just go watch it. And if it offended, if you see it now and you're like, oh, that's kind of offensive, then don't watch it again and leave it where Disney So now just because Disney now is trying to do remakes of everything, they have to completely change a movie has just make a new movie. You guys are good enough at making
but
new
everybody
movies,
says oh, Disney, like they always say like the princess has got to be saved in Snow White. I mean, not Snow White, and Little Mermaid. Ariel saves Eric's life multiple times. Okay, she did not need to be saved by him. Did she give her voice up to meet a man? Kind of, but not really. In the beginning of the movie, before she even lays eyes on Eric, she wants to walk on her feet. She wants to feel the sun on her skin. She wants to be human.
Yeah.
From the beginning. Mm-hmm. So yes, maybe the thought of love is what pushed her to the edge of doing so and giving her the courage to go to the evil sea witch or whatever. But she already had those wants and needs. It wasn't just because of the man. That was just another thing on top of it. And then her father also just completely destroyed everything that she worked so hard to have a little bit of that life where she was at. Mm-hmm. So that's what sent her. It wasn't over this boy that she was like in love with after 2 days. It was everything.
Right.
Pocahontas saves freaking John Smith. He's bleeding out. She saves him. She, in the second one, even goes to a different country, a different place to save her village. Mm-hmm. Like, you're seeing it like that. You're seeing it as the princess that needs to be saved or the girl that needs the man. No, you're seeing it like that because that didn't happen in your life and you're mad it happened in theirs. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
That's the biggest problem people are having with Disney movies, princess movies. Is they're always saying she needed to be saved by the prince and women don't need a man. They didn't need a man to do any of the things that they were doing. It just so happens they came across a man and fell in love with that man as they were doing the things they were doing.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. Stop. I don't know. We don't need live action versions of every movie if we have to change them a bunch.
No, but some of them are good.
Oh, yeah. Beauty and the Beast was good, too.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Disney.
Cinderella wasn't that good.
Let's get some... Encanto was amazing.
Oh.
So let's just keep pumping out new movies. How about that?
Yeah. Pixar, though.
Oh, man.
Was Encanto a Pixar movie?
I think so, yeah. I mean, Pixar is Disney.
Yeah, but, like, they're a different, like...
It's like a different chain. It's an animation...
They just do it better.
But then they do movies that are animated like Pixar kind of, but they're not Pixar movies.
Yeah.
It's very confusing. I don't know if, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if Encanto is a Pixar movie.
I don't know.
I think it is. We could check that.
I feel like everybody was so shocked that it was so good because it wasn't a Pixar.
Really?
One of them were like really good and everybody was like,
Little
that's
Dragon,
not a
or
Pixar
the little
movie?
dinosaur movie or whatever, I don't think was Pixar.
I still have yet to see that.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet either.
But yeah, Disney does really good. They do what they do really well. I know people are hating on Disney for multiple reasons and different things. People are upset that there was a gay couple in Buzz Lightyear and blah 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 blah.
Who cares?
Then you're upset with your neighbors being gay. I don't, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. That's in everybody's life, and I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know. I'm not judging anybody from who they love, the color of their skin, that stuff like boggles me.
That's definitely what you are. You're focusing on the wrong thing.
You're focusing on it too hard. Yeah. Right. And everybody's like, well, the point of the movie is this. No, so the point of the movie is not the fact that Ariel was white in the cartoon.
It had nothing to do with it.
No, the point of that movie was not that that couple was gay. The point of the movie was that their grandchild is the reason why they were able to get out of that situation in Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah.
You're missing the whole point.
The Buzz Lightyear thing kind of blew my mind that people were like mad. Once I watched the movie, I was like, this is what people were upset about?
Yeah.
This is just not life now. There's going to be gay couples.
Right.
It's just representing a
family
that would be
right,
like that you're going to see on a daily basis in life nowadays. Gay couples are a thing. Get the fuck over it. Let people be happy.
Yeah.
If you don't agree with it, just shut up and let them be happy. Why would you want someone to be miserable because you are?
I think, not all of it. Like, to religion, like you were saying, there's so many things. Like, I think people forget, like, our whole point is to love each other, our brothers and our sisters, right? And, like, we all battle different things and we all live our lives differently. Mm-hmm. But if God can... and please don't take this as me thinking like if you're in a same-sex relationship that you have to ask for forgiveness. I'm not that person. I'm not having that conversation. That's not between me and you. But if you're living your life at the end of the day, if God can forgive you for your sins that you've committed and you've given your life to God, if he can forgive you, then I have no judgment in it. Right? That's not my place to be whatsoever. So therefore, that's none of my opinion and it's not going to bother me. Right. So live your life. I think people get caught up in it's a sin. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure you've sinned.
You just told me to fuck off. So.
I'm pretty sure you've sinned multiple times and been able to ask.
That's the whole thing.
And, you're not supposed to judge anybody.
Exactly.
So.
All right, guys, it's definitely been an hour now. We're good. Sure. I thought we were running way behind. I'm looking at that timer and I was like, that looks like we're past an hour now. So I think we're good. It's fucking can never tell. Hopefully we did it. I think we did it, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, man. We're almost at episode 20. And Kyle and Lex from Match Made in Hefner, I just got a notification. Match Made in Hefner are going to come for episode 21.
They are.
Yeah, we're going to get drunk.
Oh, was it a good idea?
It was a good idea. I have to go. I have to end it. I have to pee so bad.
Oh.
And my back hurts really bad.
Okay. Good night.
I love you guys. If you're listening on the podcast apps. You already know. Leave us a review. If you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. We love you very much. And until next time,
Sayonara.
Sayonara. Peace out. Love you. Bye-bye.
Why'd you say it like that?